I would love to work for your company because I will be a great asset. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you my one simple answer to why did you leave your job, or why are you going to leave your job. If it's your first time here, my name is Marlon, and on this channel I share with you tips and strategies in ways you can improve your life. So if you're old or new and returning, welcome. Please make sure you leave a comment below. Let me know what you think, and if you actually like me answering these commonly asked interview questions so I can continue this series. Now, when you're in an interview, we're all going to come across this section where they ask, hey, why did you leave your past job, or why are you planning on leaving your current job? Now, you might have that burning sensation deep down to say, my manager was horrible. He did this and did this. I was doing so much extra work and he literally took credit for it, or whatever the reason may be. Don't do that. Your manager might be horrible. The company you may work for may have been horrible also. Don't badmouth them during the interview process. And the reason you want to not do this is because, let's say that this company you are a potential employee for, they hire you and they say you leave, you're gonna badmouth them. They generally don't want to bring in people into their organization that they know, if they do leave, would badmouth them. So don't do it. It is very bad etiquette. What you can do instead, make sure you research the company you're going to apply for. Even if it's just for 5 minutes, just a brief history of it to see how old the company is and see what their main focus is. If you actually applied for this company for a specific reason, so like me, I actually always applied when I was younger to a lot of tech companies. So I just had a genuine interest in it, so I could speak on it a lot more and with a lot more enthusiasm. Look for something you really like about that company and focus on it and be very happy and excited about it. So during that interview process, they can see how excited you are about their company, and it can translate to them a little bit better, because you don't want somebody sitting in an interview saying, well, I think your company is great. I would love to work for your company because I will be a great asset. Nobody does that. I mean, probably somebody does, but that exact same situation, you can have somebody saying, well, I think your company's great. I've been doing a bunch of research. I would love to work for your company. Now, tonality wise, that sounds a lot better, and it sounds like somebody that actually has genuine interest in the company and may possibly be a very long-term prospect. Now, outside of that rambling, make sure you keep your enthusiasm level very high when you're answering this question, because what we're going to do first at the beginning, we're going to lead off with what was so good about your former company. Now, find something is true, because I do not recommend lying. Now, you can leave out a little bit of information here and there, but do not lie. Now, there's people that do that, but the problem is if you do lie and people find out you lie, if you meet that person 10 years from now and you did a bad thing to them, it's gonna ruin. So don't lie. Leave out maybe little snippets that aren't important. So while keep your enthusiasm very high, tell them what was good about the company you work for. Say something like, in fact, I actually loved the company I used to work for, or the company I'm working for right now. My team is amazing, as I've been there for this many amount of years, and I loved every single moment I've been there. Now, the reason you want to do this is because it will make the blow of saying the reason why you're leaving sound a little bit more reasonable. If you have a family, you can bring this into the mix so they understand that you're somebody that's very responsible and you're taking the most responsible route, and you're responsible for more than just you. If you have a family, you can simply say, this is the actual answer to the question. Well, I sat down with my family and we decided that I wanted to go inside a field that was more geared to something I had genuine interest in. And then what you do right after you say that, you put another good comment about your former or current company. And you said, well, I did do that so for the better of my family. I do love the company I work for, but I would like to do something that would be more beneficial for us as a whole so we can all get to a better point in our lives. Something along those lines. Now, I actually say stuff like that in an interview because I'm a big self-improvement person. So I let everybody know off the bat that my goal is making something better for me and the people around me as far as my family goes. And I will say that, and I will say that proudly. And you should too. The reason you want to say something good, a little bit of bad, something good, and maybe a little bit of bad if you have anything left over at the end, is you want to sandwich it. Now you're sandwiching these two good things, which are actual answers. So they'll perceive it as, well, this person is going to speak good about their company no matter what. The way this works is, if this company you're now applying for does pay more than your previous one, it'll completely understand that, oh, they're coming here because not only do they really like this company that they're applying for, they also are going here for financial reasons for their family. So they're being responsible while simultaneously doing everything they need to. So those two things will be knocked out the box. Now, if you're somebody that is applying for something that doesn't pay as much, you might get into a situation where they'll bring up the fact that, well, you're getting paid less here. What you need to make sure you do, if it is for a position that you are going to be paid less, don't bring up your family. Just simply say, hey, I took some time and I actually assessed my career goals, and yes, I do love the company I work for, but I personally thought this would be better for me because it would be towards something I actually really wanted to do. The reason you don't want to bring your family into a situation like that where you're going down in pay scale, because you could be perceived as somebody irresponsible. And the reason why is, why would you purposely, with a family, get a job that pays less? And the reasoning for getting this job that pays less is you want to do better for your family. It doesn't really work that way. So if it's a job that pays more, include your family. Say this is the reason why, your driving motive for wanting it, which is your personal interest and your family. If you're going to something that pays less, let's say if you did get fired, tell them this is your decision and your genuine interest. We all are going to apply for jobs that we don't really like, and you're going to have to pretend you have genuine interest. You're going to find something you like there. At the end of the day, all jobs is based on the actual employees. It's not based on the CEO unless the company is really sleazy, which luckily we're in capitalism, so hopefully that company doesn't exist fairly soon. It's based on the employees in the location of where you work. That's what makes places enjoyable. I've worked places for minimum wage. Well, I've only worked like 2 minimum wage jobs, but I've worked places that are minimum wage. Till this day, it was the funnest place I've worked. I've worked places that I've paid vastly more than that. Was some of the worst places I worked. It all depends on the employee there. So just think that, hey, I'm actually going to meet a very good staff there. Everybody's going to be amazing. Now, that's the end of the video. Rambled on a little bit. But simple thing is, say, Mr. Employer, I sat down and I thought about my career path, and I wanted to go here because it will be a benefit to me in either A, my personal life, so it's something I'm genuinely interested in, or my financial life. It'll help me get to a better point in my life. Pick something, bring that out. If you need a paraphrase on it, the lucky part about it, you already have the question. You already are telling the truth. So to speak more on the truth. Now, besides that, you guys are good to go. I can't. Subscribe for more cats. This one's really, really, really fat and squinty. Anyways, no more cat for you. Make sure to subscribe.